be a part of this because I'm all about uplifting the consciousness. So, as I think back to my sisters and brothers, in the street, that's being loved by fathers and mothers, getting killed by senseless acts when they need to really look back, to how we was before now, so it can bring back that old school style, And one thing that I, through my research, noticed is something that's very obvious, but it's also inconspicuous. And that's that, what do these people have in common? The Arab Muslim, the Christian European, or the Azahnaki Jew. All of them together think of slaves of me and you. So once I really looked at that, and I looked back, who brought them those facts, it was us. So how they end up with that? So when I started to see the truth out in the Quran, it told me to believe in all of the books and all of the prophets. So I looked to see. And when I looked in the Torah and the Bible, I seen the story of me and you. And I said, is that why the Arabs don't want me to look back? Because then the Quran is going to talk about the same facts. So when you look at through the history, through the eyes of the Quran, I seen the truth that Isa alayhi salam was on. Okay? And Isa alayhi salam was teaching us how to be one with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in spirit, but the people in the Quran don't really hear it because they don't look in the Bible, and the people don't have to understand the Bible because they don't look in the Quran. So the truth is that our salvation is believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. But keeping love in our heart and righteousness on our mind cause the quantum physics of time that Allah created to change and manifest our reality, so that way we might be able to stop these fatalities. So it all goes deeper than this. Don't put it down. Chill, don't kill. That's not keeping it real. That is a whole process that's systematically been instituted in our mind to have us deaf, dumb, and blind. Because the three people that I said earlier on top of these books, they're all in our neighborhood taking that look. Even the Africans owning these gas stations make you think they had a part in our unemancipation. So when I really looked at that, I said, we aren't just all Africans. We were the chosen that stayed over in that land, and they all had to team up to enslave the black man, to make us forget who he was, so they can move in that land and create a buzz and say that they are the original ones that was there. But really, the reality of it is the real ones are here. So to keep us from spiritually awakening after slavery, they created church institutions and replaced our bravery with the bravery of the country, fighting for the land, when it's really fighting for the satanic mind of man. Because when you pick up a gun, that's when you fail, you see, because the true knowledge in self will help change everyone else. All right. I got one more. I don't want to get too deep into it, but all the books are some truth to them. But it's just, you got to look into it, see. But this is what I want to get at here. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. They look at our skin and say that we're black, and say you're in slavery because of that. But the truth of the matter is, what makes us black is not his. It's the melanin that God created in us that gave us that consciousness to start all the civilization which we went into to serve. Now it's time to wake back up and get back what we deserve. Because now the world is uncivilized. So the black man has to start back up and make it civilized. What was the original black man? He was the consciousness of love and the oneness of God on his mind. And these are the distractions that's keeping us blind, because they know the truth, so they create situations to make us feel and think that creates our reality from within ourselves. So once we know how to keep rights on our mind and love in our hearts, that is when the true healing starts. Because no matter what on the part of the world that I am, if you understand this, we are one with this. Keeping love where you are, keeping love where I am, changes the humanity of consciousness. But we can't really know that because we don't show them. So as long as they create these situations to make us feel like thugs, gangsters, and love is soft and hard is cool and that's the place to be, then that thought and that emotion is going to create each of our individual reality. And from that reality that it creates, the ones that try to live straight, that emotion dominates and make them feel sad, depressed, and prostrate. But the key to the truth is keeping love in your heart above all situations that's negative for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because they're all a test. Life is a test. How long is a test? A test comes to an end, life comes to an end. So it depends on how you pass that test. It depends on the emotions in your breast or your chest. But if y'all understand what I'm saying, I'm not playing. This is things that you can look at and you'll get the wisdom of what I'm saying, you know. This is the whole point. If all of us here just understand what I'm saying now, and we leave out this place with a genuine smile, knowing to keep our emotions love no matter how bad the situations, because that's going to pull us through. This is what Allah wants to see you do. When you let the situation get you down and oppressed, then all you're doing is creating this more madness. You understand? So once we all come together as one, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, you see, the teachings of Isa alayhi salam with the love and the righteousness on the mind, then the spirit of yourself, you will find, is the intermediary between your physical brain and body and Allah. It's not the one they tell us to worship and they swear that they saw. The one they call Jesus Christ, his name means anointed spirit. So replace that. He's telling you to pray through your spirit, not through him. But the truth is slim. But I'm going to tell you something about him, which is the other man. I'm going to go back again. The Arab Muslim, the European Christian, the Aznaki Jew, they all know who's the truth about me and you. When they get together, they put the books together and unlock the parables of the quantum physics in which Allah created. And then they use it against us and create situations to produce hatred. If that makes sense to you. So, if you leave from here, if nothing caught your ear, and let me just make this one point clear. Righteousness on your mind, love in your heart, oneness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our healing start.
All right.
All right, thank you.